Right. Oops, daisies. Right, let's make sure that's on. Right, that's on. Hello, people. The King is live. It's Friday the 13th. Definitely not going out on this night. Stay at home. We're gonna do some coding in real time because I'm working on something cool for Unreal Engine. As you can see here, I'm working on this custom sky system, directional light controllers, stuff like that. I'm halfway there. So at the moment we have a light that I'm working on. It goes across the screen. And that moves across. It's like I'm building like a day and night cycling system. It's working pretty well. We've got a few bugs in it. And there's the moonlight. Now obviously it's not supposed to be like that, I don't think. Excuse me, I've got a frog in my throat. I mean, I don't think it's supposed to be like that, but there is a slight bug in it, because when it's finished doing the nighttime cycle, the problem that I'm having right now is when the light comes back up for the daylight cycle, it's not showing until it gets to like maybe halfway, like so. Yeah, like that. So that's the bug. So it gets to midway and then it just stops working. Sweet. Wow, why am I so tired today? Means I need to fix this. So we've got the world rotation stuff there. This has all been coded in C++. So as you can see, I'm working on a few different aspects of it. You might not be able to see it that well because I'm doing this in 4K. So you can see both screens, you can see left and right. But I think I might need to adjust some of the code for this. I'm not too sure. Because we have get moon rotation, get sun rotation. These work, and there's a tick. Yeah, so I need to have a look. Give me a minute. So in my intensity burps, these, I think I need to add some more logic in the blueprint. So for the sun, if the day and night blend is more than 0.05, set visibility of the sun to true, else set visibility to the sun as false. So it's as simple as that. It's basically an if-else statement. So tired. I pick an really odd time to do a live stream. I mean, oh well. Excuse me. So what I'll have to do is I'll just mute my mic while I'm burping. Excuse me. Now this part is pretty cool actually. This is my light visibility meter that I've rebuilt based on Splinter Cell Chaos Theory, and it's a pretty good system. So obviously this is the debug. This shows us exactly what's happening in game in the engine, how light gets cast. It's a pretty good system so far. It works. It's not perfect, but it works. I just thought I'd show this as progress of what I'm working on with the engine. So like, this one's pretty cool because basically it casts light onto the probes of each of the joints, and it kind of like averages the light that's moving. And because it's attached onto the skeleton as well, if the skeleton moves, the light source itself moves, but the point that it's casting at, moves, but the light itself stays in its own position. But like, so if only the lower half is having light cast on it, the numbers reflect accordingly. If you're stood between two lights and two lights are casting light, it does the same. If you stood right under a light, I mean, it's not perfect. Really, if you stood under a light like that, it should be like full visibility. Full visibility. But that only seems to happen when you jump up to the light. But I think visibility wise it's working pretty well. Same on this one. Rectangle lights, these area lights, they're not so much as sensitive, but they are pretty bright. I need to work on that, it's not perfect. This one is really not perfect. So when we have a light inside of a mesh, right, and it's got like a glass window, that's fine. That's what we want. We want it to transmit the light through that glass. But if we stand here, that light path should be getting blocked. So that's not working as expected. And the same here, if we're stood behind the object, the light should not actually be casting through the object to the player. So that's something I'll have to work on. But it's coming together. It's coming together quite nice. But what I really want to get working is my sunlight system. See, it works when I'm scrubbing through, but if I try to move or tweak it here, it's not changing, which is a problem. So I'll have to figure out why it's not doing it, which is what I'm trying to figure out now. I think I have figured out the bug. So I think the bug is actually in the code. So if we move this over here, right, so I think the bug is in how we've got get sun rotation and get day and night blend. So I need to check tick first. So hours per second, 24, divided by the days in length in seconds. That's right. Time of day plus delta time multiplied by hours per second. Yeah, okay. Will do for now. That's right. That's right. Right, so it's in this. That's right. So we'll have that, call it time instead of t. So let me comment these out. Okay, so it should be a constant flow. Call this solar height equals f math. That'll be time multiplied by 2.OF times that by pi. Take away half pi. Then we need to sort the pitch. Solar height multiplied by 90.f plus sun elevation offset full orbit over the day. So float solar yaw equals sun azimuth plus time multiplied by 360 0f and then we return solar yaw and solar pitch. Right, that should be that. And we have to do the same for the moon, but we do that opposite. So what we'll do is we'll copy that and we'll put that there. And again, we comment out these. We do it again. Constant float. We'll call this lunar height equals minus f math sin time multiplied by O to f, multiply that by pi, take away half pi, and do a constant float. We call this lunar pitch equals lunar height, multiply that by 90.0f plus mean elevation offset. Now where is that located? That's here. Right, so we're gonna actually recall this, rename it lunar elevation offset. Same here, lunar azimuth, so we call this a solar azimuth and a solar elevation offset. Get sun rotation, get moon rotation, we can keep them the same. Right. So now we call that solar elevation. Call that solar azimuth. And now we can call this lunar elevation offset. Float lunar yaw equals sun azimuth, solar azimuth plus lunar azimuth offset plus time multiplied by 360 plus 180. Right, and then we return that, so that'd be lunar pitch, lunar yaw. Right, now we just make sure that this is correct. Okay, so we need this again to get the time of day in there. Right. I'm going for a similar kind of system as what our sun and moon actually use. So I'm trying to replicate it. Because it costs a good couple of £100 for the system that already does it, but I'm figuring, well, might as well make it myself. If you're enjoying the stream, please leave a like, be helpful. Hey, what's up, Trillo? Didn't see you there, buddy. Get yourself some slippers. Get comfy. Actually, it looks really mad at 4K resolution. You can't even see it properly. I just realised. Because I'm looking at this from my phone. Oh yeah, now you can. If you zoom in, you can actually see the code. Oh, that's good. So I'll put that there so I can see the chat. There we go. Same curve as the sun rotation. Right, so obviously I want to get rid of these. Right. So solar height path is what I'm going to call it. And we got fmath sin time multiplied by 2 over f. Multiplied that by pi. Take away half. Right. And then instead of the hard clamp, what we'll do is we'll give it a smooth step, I should say. So it'll be we return fmath. Can't fucking see. fmath. I'm just gonna call it math because it is math. Right, so oh wait, no. Smooth step. Let's try it with these numbers. solar height path. Yep. Right, so now what we want to do is live code and rebuild. Now hopefully this fix should give us a nice thematic crossover between sun and moon. My back is killing. Move on this side. Now we might have a problem because we've renamed some things. So I may have to yeah, that's what I expected to happen. Because files are still in use, right? Okay. So what I'll have to do is I'll have to close that down, rebuild it. Right, there we go, it's rebuilt. Okay. So now what we want to do is we delete that blueprint, go back over here, custom system, dynamic sky. And this is the custom sky component. That's a problem. We've got no, we've lost our lights. That's a problem. Huh? Oh, wait. That's why. Okay. So, we might have a problem. slight issue, but it's alright, we'll figure it out, That's not right, that's fucking wrong, that. I think I've broken something. But that's fine. I usually break shit before I fucking get it working again. Yeah, this is... I might have broke it. It's okay. It's okay. Right, so I might have to break all these links now. Let me just break the node links. Compile. There we go. See? Okay. So we know what the issue is. So we need to redo the links. Not a problem. Not a problem. So no, we shouldn't. No, we don't have to add that because we have it there. No, we don't do that. We don't do that. Right. So we're going to avoid using the crossfades now, and we'll just plug in. Okay. So we lost rotation there. Right. Alright, okay. Oh, okay. Oh. I see what's happened there. Huh. That's not right. That's really not right. Why does it come backwards? Oh. Right. I see what's happened there. So the code was, it's inverted. Because if I click play now, yeah. Alright. So if you're looking at that. Yep. Okay. Okay. And yes, for anybody wondering in the background, I do use ChatGPT quite a lot to help me when it comes to stuff like this, especially Unreal Engine. I think it's a great tool. It's fantastic. And no, this stream is not sponsored in any way whatsoever. Disclaimer: ChatGPT does make mistakes from time to time. Okay, so I need to swap 180 degrees yaw to the sun. So, okay. Back to the code. So, get sun rotation. In principle, it's correct, but in application, it's inverted. That's what I need to change. So if we look at this, right. So time of day, solar height, F maps and time, yeah, that's right. So we need to add 180 degrees here. Let's add the comment. Okay, so we can actually change the get moon rotation because that's basically the sun rotation, but it's opposite. So what we're going to do is we're going to comment out this block, comment that, save, and then we want that. And then we do this. There we go. Now, so okay, yeah, so put it here. Right, now let's rebuild. Okay. Now if we break this link, compile, there we go. Alright. Please tell me this works. Please tell me this works. Right, custom scan component. What? This is weird. Right, something's not working right here. Break that link. And let's break those links as well. Let's move them over there. Compile that, run that. Alright, okay, so we got our light back. We got some light back. Alright. Right, so let's try this. Okay, sun. What's in that? Oh, that's the wrong one. Okay, sun rotation. All right. So I guess this sun position function library. world rotation, direction of sunlight. Oh, hang on. Is that right? Yeah, that's not right. Okay. Right, so we're gonna have to right, we're gonna have to do some recoding. Okay. So we don't want the moon to be calculated separately, we want it calculated together. Right. So this isn't actually fully correct, so we need to do this. Can you get rid of that? There's that, put that there. Right, let's rebuild. Okay. I think this has worked. Yep. There we go. Okay. That's right. Okay, that seems to be working. Right, so let's go back full screen. There's this over here. So now what I can do is I can break that link, compile it, yeah, puts the sun back to normal. So that's the same thing, so I just get that there, get that there. Now ideally, what I want to try is seeing if we can link these two together. So we could have that and then put them there together. Sweet. Now right, where's the fucking moon? Where is my moon? Where's my motherfucking moonlight? That's a problem. Right, that does not work that way. Wait, I can see the moonlight on there. I can see it reflecting. Oh. Ah, I see it, I see it. See, I've seen the moonlight, it's actually there, it's casting. But it's not showing up. Right, ah, okay. Right.